So guys, welcome back to another Fatal Frame 3, the Tormented. So panibagong gameplay naman ng another Fatal Frame. So nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo lahat sa pagsuporta ng aking channel, lalo sa mga dati ko pang gameplay ng Fatal Frame. So pagpatuloy natin to. So let's do this, guys.
Rei? Should we get going?
I heard this house was haunted. Too bad it's not.
Rumors are just rumors. I'm gonna load these up.
You?
Okay guys, so welcome back to another Fatal Frame na game. So tapos na natin yung 2. So ewan ko kung ulitin yung part 1 ay 1 yung Fatal Frame, yung true event. So pagpatuloy natin to itong game natin. So punta tayo dito. Nanaksak tayo dito. Yung bulag eh. Now you die. pa. So, 3 years ago, ay 4 years ago, bago ko tinapos to, guys.
Forever.
So, malakas na yung camera natin dito. Wala pa. Tara dito.
Wait! There's still something I need to say!
Are you okay? Oh, it was nothing.
This place is...
Hour 1, the sign. Okay. There are some old chests on straw matting spread out on the earthen floor. The drawers are shut tight and I can open them. They must have swollen with moisture. There are some old chests on top of straw matting spread out on the earthen floor. They seem to be full of old nails and chisels. The fence gate is locked with a padlock. There is a small door on the other side. The lock is engraved with a notch arrow design. Dito tayo. Oh! Ayan, light is coming from a candle. There are some old jars on the floor. There's doesn't seem to be anything inside. There's a space close to the floor with jars in it. It's dark and I can't really see inside. Okay. Tayo dito. Wala. There is a chest against the wall of the passageway. There are some old candles and things inside. There is an old shelf. There doesn't seem to be anything on it. There's something inside the drawer. You can select this item in the item menu. Herbal medicine to partially restore your health. There are bars in the wall by my feet and cold air is blowing in from the other side. It looks like there is another corridor like this one on the other side of the wall. Tsaka tayo dyan. Ayan, dito muna tayo. Uy! Ito. 500. Tayo. So guys, sana naririnig ninyo ako. On top of the barrel is a stone the size of a human head. There is a smell of dye. Maybe someone has been dyeing something here. Ayun, ano yan? On top of the barrel is a stone the size of a human... okay. There is a small jar in the corner of the room. It doesn't look like there is anything inside. Okay, mother and daughter. There's a strangely shaped Japanese chest. Some of the doors seems to be locked. I can't open them. There are some old bows inside the storage chest. They all seem to be broken. I can see any that have kept their original shape. Yun, nakuha ko. Sino yun? Something is reflecting light. Camera obscura is an old-fashioned bellows camera. Some kind of occult markings in chase metal cover. The whole body it still looks to be in good condition. There is some old-fashioned writing carved on the back. Camera obscura. Maybe that's the name of the camera. Basic function and shoot instructions identified. You can consult the file screen by choosing file from the menu start button. Okay. Tayo dito. There's a small chest on top of a half-board. I tried to lift the lid but it's stuck on something and I can't get it open. It looked like a medicine chest but everything inside the drawers has rotted and turned black. It doesn't look like there's anything useful here. Okay. There's some dye. Okay. The surface of the folding screen has peeled off. I can just make out a trace of what looks like a pine tree. Oh, ayun sa iba yun guys. Dito tayo. peephole has been opened in the wall. The sound seems to be coming from here. Stand in the front of the hole and press the X button to have a look through it. Mabuti nakapikit ako.
Who's there?
Stay back. Go away.
Di. Wala siya. Hindi na kalaban natin. Tattoo maiden. Wala na. Tayo dito. Hindi, 1,000. At dito na tayo.
Have you seen him?
Oh, the mother and daughter.
Where did he go?
The explanation of battle controls has been added to files.
Don't you know?
Patay siya.
I'm the only one that survived. I should have been taken. I didn't survive because I wanted to. I had no choice. If I had just had organs, I would have. I didn't survive because I wanted to. I had no choice. So if I had died with everyone else, yes, if I had died with everyone else, then I would.
Are you all right?
Other one.
forever.
Rei? Is everything okay? I heard you cry out. I was worried. You've been having so many nightmares lately.
What? I'm fine.
But
I just had a bad dream.
Now was it all just a dream? Anyway, I'd better get out. The tattooed woman. The bruise appears. Okay, during the course of the game, when you find new information, it will be recorded in the notebook. When there is a new entry in the notebook, the title will appear in the top right. Upon access the notebook from the menu, if you press the L1 button while the item name is shown in the top right, you can refer that to that item. Okay. I felt a sharp pain in my shoulders when I woke up. For a moment, I thought I could see some kind of bruise on my skin. But when I looked again, there was nothing there. It was just a dream. I was motivated enough to find out much about the place before I went. About all I knew was that it was supposed to be haunted. What was behind the strange daydream vision I had in that house in the snow? I had just worn out, still I scared by the accident. Or are the rumors true? Was he really there? Okay, dito din, the Manor of Sleep. The ruined house. I wandered in my dream the night I got back after my vision on that assignment. Something about it reminded me of the haunted house where I saw you. Seems too real to be a dream. Daydreams, visions, maybe I'm just tired. People, my fiancé, he was an editor who worked on book of folklore, philosophy, and anthropology. Ito yung aksidente na fiancé niya, Yuu Asou. We met as a student. He was the opposite of me in every way. Quiet and kind, like gently falling rain, like a soft shower that washes everything clean. He passed away 2 months ago in an accident caused by my careless driving. Miku Hinasaki. Ito yung sa one. Miku Hinasaki, younger sister of Yu's best friend. Si Mafuyu. Mafuyu ba yun? Mafuyu. Sa one, ng ending doon. She lives with me now and works as my assistant. I haven't met her brother. Yu told me she had lost a relative in an accident. She helped me out in all kinds of ways. Not just with work, she's cheerful and hardworking. If not for her, I don't know how I would have made it through after you passed away. Okay? At yung asot ay nag-iingay. Okay, the tattooed woman. The woman who appeared in my dream of the manor. Her whole body covered in a blue tattoo. She came closer and I ran away before I knew what was happening. All I remember is an intense fear. I can still feel her cold stabbing fingers on the back of my shoulder where she touched me. It's hard to believe it was only a dream. Mother and daughter. The mother and the child who appeared in my dream in old-fashioned kimonos. They were looking for someone, calling out in sad voices to him. Who could they be? Okay, wala. Okay. Tayo dito. Tignan natin, baka may multo dito. Isa-misa may mga multo din dito sa bahay nila. So, itong bahay nila ay nakuha sa The Grudge, kung di ako nagkakamali.
Good morning, Rei.
Ayan, gantong-ganto yun sa The Grudge, guys. Good morning, Rei. It looks like it's going to rain all day today, too. You don't have to work so much this week, so why don't you try to relax? Rei, you've been working too much lately. You were woken up by a bad dream this morning, not to mention what happened when we were out collecting data the other day. Anyway, let's try to take it easy today. That reminds me, there was a letter. It's addressed to you. A letter from K1. Dear you, sorry for not writing for so long. How are things with your fiancé? I'm continuing my investigation of the urban legend. Like I thought, my niece's symptoms bear many similarities to the strange disease associated with the urban legend. I think most of the story is groundless rumor, but I heard there was a psychiatric study done. If you have it, I'd like to see it. Maybe it will provide a clue. I'm taking a break from all my other work to devote myself to studying the urban legends. I'd like your help. According to the documents I studied, the camera I sent you is apparently a rare camera obscura. Given where I found it, it may have some connection to the missing people and the urban legends. If you hear anything, please tell me. Regards, Kei Amakura. Oh, Kei Amakura. Ka-relatives niya tayo sa 2. Kung dahil nagkakamali, guys. Okay, letter from K1 added to file. It's from Kei Amakura. It's written several times before. Have you still not told him about you? Camera obscura. Use camera obscura? I wonder if it will be in Yu's room. Kei Amakura. Okay, ano natin yung Kei Amakura? People, ito, Kei Amakura. I never met him personally, but he was a friend of you. He used to write from time to time. He seems to have known lots of people both professionally and privately. According to the letter, he and you were doing research into urban legends. Maybe the camera obscura was somehow connected with that. I should tell him about the accident. Okay. Saka na pala tayo pumunta dyan. Punta tayo dito kay Yu. Sa, this is Miku's room. Even if this is my house, I don't really like to go into her room without permission. I know Miku wouldn't care at all, though. Okay, tama nga naman. There was something about some sort of camera obscura that you own written in that letter. The camera obscura, could it be the same camera I saw in my dream? Okay, punta tayo dito. Oh.
Rei, May I help you with something?
Oh, I just wanted to ask you.
Laking babae yan.
You.
Okay. Saan dito? Oh. His clothes are still hanging inside his closet. I decided not to tidy them away. Once they were in boxes, I knew they'd never come out again. The bookshelves are full of volumes of folklore, philosophy, and anthropology. They're all books Yuu used for his work or ones that were published by his company. There was a time when I used to be interested in them, but it was only a passing phase. There are types and handwritten letters on the desk along with several books. I have hardly touched anything in here since that day. I just can't bring myself to tidy everything away. There is a notebook left out on the top of the desk. Perhaps somebody was in the middle of a party. Okay, notebook. Oh, 11. On the urban legends, many of the urban legends classified as Lost Village are modeled on real incidents such as a village was ruined when one villager massacred the others. They are often an amalgamation of well-known actual incidents, legends, and oral tradition. Settings such as the isolated mountains, village, or bygone customs, like night trees or ceremonies, often act to trigger the incidents themselves, and this in turn become the motive for urban legends. The reason for the popularity of urban legends may lie in the notion of the view of the country from the city, or the modern bias towards the ancient. To people in the modern city, the village is the wilderness, and those who live there are different. Perhaps the scorn or fear finds an expression in the urban legend. For this reason, the setting of the legend must be the isolated mountain village bordered by gun customs or attractive elements that end up acting to provoke the incident. As a case in point, there is the story about the area around the Minakami Dam where Mayu went missing. Mayu, okay, yun sa part 2, Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. Yung namatay. The Lost Village. In the mountains of the Minakami area, there are once a massacre in the so-called Lost Village. Years ago, on the night of a certain festival, there was a great massacre and the village disappeared from the map. Only one woman survived. Ayun yun, si Mio. If you walk in the forest where the village once lay, there's a small guardian statue, and if you continue, you will come to the shrine gate that forms the entrance to the village. If you should pass through the gates, you will never return. The night of the massacre continues in this village where they will never again break, and a woman's horrific laugh rings through the village. Next, we have the Manor of Sleep, murders where the same tragedy occurs. Its scale is smaller, but generally speaking, it resembles the pattern of the village as it is made up of elements based on the true incidents. Okay, ito yung sa ano naman, yun, sabi ko na ba kay may Mafuyu to. Below is an example of this. It has to do with Mafuyu's disappearance. Okay, yung part 1 to guys, true event. The House of Mutilation in the mountains area of Himuro. Yon, Himuro Mansion. There remains a minor where years ago there was said to be a massacre. There have always been vanishings in the nearby forest, and many of the spirited away are said to end up in the manor. Their corpses have been found with both hands, legs, and heads severed off. One more example is the seemingly related Manor of Sleep. Ito na yon, guys. Urban legends that I'm researching now. The Manor of Sleep legend was picked up in various magazines in the 1960s, but incidents with everything similar characteristics can be found here and there in older media. This newspaper is from early 90s and is of no relation to when the Manor of Sleep legend was taken up, but the background of the spirited always and those people's later. Condition bear many similarities to the Manor of Sleep urban legend. I'm still investigating, but these incidents may trace back to the 19th century, and I have seen legends in several folklore books that may have become the basis for the Manor of Sleep, the House of Sleep urban legends. Perhaps this is what Kei was asked to investigate. To add a well-organized notebook of urban legends to your file. After you have received new information, you may find related books and documents in bookcases or desks. An old newspaper is stuck in the notebook. Okay, newspaper. Series of vanishings across the region. According to sources, before dawn yesterday, a mother and daughter who live in Myojin village went missing. The missing are Miku Hinasaki and her daughter Kuze. Since last year, the two have been searching for Kusuhara's missing husband. The two reportedly wandered the mountains nearly every day. Okay, ito yung kinalaban natin, guys. Yung mother and daughter. The informant says, I hadn't seen them for several days, so I went to visit them. There was no answer, so I went inside, but they were gone. I never saw some black suit type marks. Similar disappearances are being reported across the area, and some are calling them spirited aways. You added the newspaper article series of vanishings across region to your file. Use research. Okay, file. I know. Okay, use research. According to the notebooks left on his desk, he was doing some research for Kei Amakura. His notes are full of accounts of old urban legends and newspaper clippings about disappearances and people who were spirited away. Okay. Yun, camera obscura. On the sheet are a letter and a camera similar to the one I saw in my dream. It looks like the letter is from Kei. Letter from K2. Dear you, during my research on the Manor of Sleep urban legends, I finally made it to a certain deserted village lost even from the map. I found this camera in a huge abandoned house near that village. My niece Mio, ayun nga, yung nakaligtas sa Lost Village. When Mayu disappeared, she caused you a lot of trouble, so you probably remember her. So this camera, and she was scared stiff. I wonder if it is reminded her of that unspeakable incident. For now, I'd like you to take care of the camera. You know about antiques, so could you look it over for me? I don't think you'll be able to reach me for a bit, but I contact you, so let me know what you find then. Regards, Kei Amakura. Letter from K2 added 5. Could this become to be the same as the camera obscura I saw in my dream? Okay, ang camera obscura, this is older than the one in the dream. And description on the back is illegible. Even so, it does look very similar to the camera obscura. I tried pushing the shattered button, but there was no response. It looks like it's broken. There is still an old film inside the camera obscura. The film looks pretty old, but it doesn't seem to have been spoiled by being exposed at all. What could be on it? I wonder if I can develop it in the dark room. Camera obscura. Notes. An old camera obscura, an old camera. It's with the words camera obscura. I found a camera like the one I picked up in my dream in Yu's room. Apparently, Kei sent it to him. Is this the same camera I saw in my dream? Oh, new. Dark room tayo. Pusa lang pala yun. Ang lindot to. Akala ko kung ano eh.
It seems like you're having a lot of nightmares lately. Are you alright?
No. Miku takes care of washing the clothes too. Is a real help. I've never been good at housework. She's been complaining these past few days that she can hang the clothes out to dry because of the rain. A clothes chest that Miku brought with her from home. Beside are Miku's kimonos and the funeral mourning that I have worn just once. Oh, may mga multi dito. Use altar. Yuu. Yeah. Okay. This was supposed to be a storeroom really, but they put in a sink so I could develop my pictures here. On this shelf, I keep the negatives of my works photos. Okay, confirm natin to. An old roll of film from inside the camera obscura. There is definitely something on the film. I wonder if I can develop it. Okay, yes. Ay, yung babae. An image has appeared of a crying woman, just as I thought. I must have taken this during that dream. Okay, all the films are developed. The camera obscura, the abandoned house, the picture I took in my dream. Maybe I investigate this woman. I can find this something out. Okay, so dito tayo dito sa note. People. Woman in the photo. The woman whose image appeared on the film from inside the camera obscura. No doubt about it, it was the same woman I saw inside the manor in my dream. Just like with you that time. Okay. I knock on the toilet door, but it looks like no one is inside. Pusa. Miku, about the woman in this picture. I was wondering if I could get you to try and find out as much about her as you can. Anything is fine. Yes, well, this is a very old picture, so I found it in Yu's room. It's okay if you can't find anything out. There was just something about her.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything.
If you show the photos you developed to Miku, sometimes you can ask her to investigate them for you. If you have the investigated. You can come talk to Miku later to get books and other information. Okay. Night has fallen. If you check the bed with the X button, you can sleep. Okay. Okay. By checking the camera obscura on this, you can save your progress. Okay. Tama na tayo dito. Tingnan natin baka multo. Poing. Wala. So guys, hanggang dito na lang muna tayo. So nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo lahat sa pagsuporta ng aking channel, lalo sa mga dati ko pang gameplay ng Fatal Frame. So thank you for watching and I will see you next time. Peace out.